You can't hear me. Sorry. I forget to put myself up. So, Public Works today. I'm not going to call in, though. I'm just televising it, so to speak, for you guys. Streaming it. Thank you, Monica. Appreciate you, babe. Monica looks out for me. I'm finishing breakfast. I got a plate. I have a headache. I'm not doing well, so I'm not going to call in today. I'm going to take care of myself today. Full disclosure, the police commission call took a lot out of me yesterday. It was 3 hours of listening to trauma, and I'm already not feeling well. I'm on a new medication that's making me sick, and it was just too much for me. So I'm going to try to take it easy for the next few days, maybe even a few weeks off. I don't know. But maybe. Let's see. I'll add my other phone, or add my phone, add another me, so you guys can see my knitting. Let me mute it, do all the things, so hopefully it won't be terrible echo. Try. All right, hopefully this will work and it won't be an echo. So, yeah, it's up. And I think I don't have an echo because I have an echo on my AirPod, so that means I don't have an echo for you guys. Anyway, I finished the frog hat, Monica. I don't know. Let's put
Good morning to our attendees who are joining us here in the hearing room.
Screen.
If there are any members of the public who wish to offer public comment or commentary on our agendized items, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room, indicate which item you'd like to speak on, and hand it to me. Good morning as well to our city staff, executives, and bureau representatives.
Can you make out the
Good morning
frog?
as well to our attendees who are joining us on the online, who are joining us on the virtual platform. I do have Children's Voices Matter who's indicated that they wish to offer commentary. If there are any other members of the public who wish to offer commentary and you're joining us on the virtual platform, please raise your hand. I'll ask you to unmute and identify yourself for the record and which item you'd like to speak on. And then I'll record that information and call upon you when you reach your item. And Gigi, good morning.
Good morning. I want public comment, minutes, and number 8.
Very well. Have you down for public comment, minutes, and item 8. Thank you.
So we have Eyes to See. We have
Georgina.
Contra Girl. I didn't raise my hand and he's still calling on me. Ugh, I can't get to the screen in time. Hey, TJ.
Hi, good morning. Would you like to offer public commentary this morning?
No, I'm just here to listen today. I'm not feeling well, but thank you for asking.
Oh, very well. I hope you feel better. Thank you.
Thank you. I didn't have my hand raised. He still called
And
on
again,
me.
if there are members of the public who wish to offer commentary, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room and indicate which item you'd like to speak on. Hand it to me. I'll record that information
Hey,
and we will
Irish.
call upon you when we reach your item. Thank you. It is 9:54. We should get started with the board meeting in approximately 6 minutes. There are a number of bid openings on the board on today's agenda, and it is likely that we will start with those. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, that was really sweet of him to call on me, even though I didn't have my hand raised. He knows I normally would, so he called on me. But I was just there to lurk. I almost said yes just because he already called on me and I had to talk to him, but just really not strong today. And I don't want to overdo it, push myself too hard. I've been overdoing it. Oh, Audit's there in person. So you guys, so we want to just go bail and support Audit. I'm going to stay on and watch it. Just because I wanted to talk about a few things. But feel free to go watch Audit live. She's the reason we're all here and deserves all of the...
Good morning, Aaron. I do see your hand is raised. Would you like to offer commentary this morning? Oh,
Yes, good morning.
Sorry, Henri. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Good morning. Yes, thank you. General and all items, please.
Very well. I have you down for general public comment and multiple agenda item commentary.
Oh, Irish has
I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand
bronchitis
and put you
now.
back on mute. Thank you, Henri.
Oh, no. Sorry, Irish. Yeah, so go support... Sorry, I'm having mini seizures. Go support Audit LA. She's there in person, and she deserves all of the watch hours and the subs and likes and all of that. I'm just here to watch it, and so you guys weren't worried about me just disappearing. Hey, Peter. Feel free to go join Audit. Probably, I'm not calling in today, Peter. I just wanted to talk about a few things so that people weren't worried about me just not being here. But I'm not doing the call today because I'm not feeling very well today. Finishing my breakfast, in case you hear that scraping. That's me having the last bite. I had a half an avocado with a fried egg on it and just salt, pepper, and some chili powder. Peter, TJ called on me even though I didn't raise my hand. So that was sweet. He knows I normally would have my hand raised if I'm here. So he called on me. Drinking protein shake too with the breakfast. I'm trying to boost myself today. Looks like Cricket Cinema's doing a live right now, revealing a new music video. If you guys want to go check that out, that's fine. And please give Cricket support and love. Monica said it started to rain last night. Oh, so the snow's all melting. I could still put comments up, huh? So yeah, please feel free to watch Audit. I just wanted to check in with you guys and not just disappear and have you guys worried. But if Audit's live, I don't normally go live, so I guess I worried for nothing. But the thing is, she had such a big, packed, long day yesterday. I assumed she'd need today off to rest, so I didn't expect to see her go live today. What's Liz Gale's live about? Seems like lately she's, well, I won't comment on another streamer. Try to be supportive of everybody. They don't need my bullshit opinion about everything.
Good morning once again to contractors who have submitted their bids, to city staff, executives, bureau representatives, members of the public. If there's any member of the public who has not already done so, who wishes to offer public comment or commentary on our agenda items, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room. Indicate which item you'd like to speak on. Hand it to me. I'll record your information for the record, and then we'll call upon you when we reach your item. And for our attendees who are joining us on the virtual platform, good morning. If you have not already done so and you wish to offer commentary, please raise your hand, identify yourself for the record and which item you'd like to speak on, and I'll record your information and we will call upon you when we reach your item. Nora, good morning.
Good morning.
Would you like? Go
Yes, general public comment in the minutes, please.
Thank you, Nora. I'll put you down for public comment and commentary on the minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. And we should get started with the board meeting momentarily. Thank you.
Irish, I appreciate that, babe. You don't have to stay here. Or support audit.
President King.
Recording in progress.
And President King, we are now in record mode and ready to begin.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. Mr. Knight, please take roll and establish quorum.
Thank you, President King. Good morning, President King, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Mitchell, and Commissioner Cardenas are present. We do have a quorum. We adjourned this morning by City Attorney Representative Virginia Choi. I'm Assistant Executive Officer TJ Knight. President King, we have speaker cards under, we have 2 public commenters and 2 multiple agenda item commenters here in the hearing room. And we have 4 public commenters and 3 multiple agenda item commenters on the virtual platform this morning.
Thank you very much. We will get started with general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items, and will be provided up to 1 minute per person, up to a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. We have 2 in-person speakers. First up, we have Audit Alay.
Go audit. So much
Good morning,
love and
everyone. I hope
respect.
everyone had a great time off on vacation, much needed rest. But I'm here to discuss, I believe I sent out the email already about the shrine and the information that we're finding out that, you know, they were able to shut down all the streets around the shrine, even though the event was indoors. And I'm trying to figure out how that happened. I know it's BSS, but it's your oversight. And I'm asking you to please I'm officially asking for an investigation, how they were able to shut down, right? I thought you needed 51% of the neighborhood to agree to a shutdown like that, because they don't even own that property. So how were they able to shut down all the streets, all the sidewalks, and they had the sidewalks as limited to people who live there? How was this Scientologist? It was a Scientologist that were checking everybody's IDs, which gives them personal information, because you don't know if they're taking pictures or you know, whatever. And so that, like, how is that possible? And there's just so much more. I'm going to do another in-depth email to really put the concerns, but I'm asking for an investigation. Thank you.
Next
Sam,
in-person speaker is
now I want
Laura
to talk.
FM.
I wish I'd said yes now.
Good morning. I'm here in person, Hakuna Matata, but under here I have Hakuna Matata, but not until the cult of Scientology is taken down. So I've called in multiple times. Last time I called, I was bawling my eyes out. I had a horrible phone call with a family member. I have a little bit more energy and sleep and everything. But guys, the $42,000 for the night of the permit at the Shrine Auditorium, they had the sidewalks closed. I invited you guys to come look. Nobody came. They had 3 officers, maybe total. They spent $33,000 on LAPD. They didn't do this 3 years ago. Do you understand? It was open. The Shrine Auditorium was open. Stop giving them permits. You guys are ruining my life. I've lost my job 3 months ago. This is harassment from Scientology because I'm coming to the board, because I'm coming to the city, and because I'm playful and awake and alive. I want it to mean something to you guys to really stop this. You guys are giving them permits still. They're a corrupt organization, ruining my life.
Thank you. That's 60.
Thank you very much. We will transition to our virtual platform.
Thank you, President King. We'll start with Children's Voices Matter, followed by Gigi.
Greetings all. Hello. I
propose L. Ron Hubbard Street be changed to Sharon Verzini Street, or Philip
Why I
Gales Street,
can't open it,
or
Peter.
Lisa McPherson Street, or Susan Meister Street, or
What am
Sergio
I doing
Blensky
wrong?
Street, or Nathan Ridge Street, or Jamie Mustard Street, or Leah Remini Street, or Megan Anderson Street, or Serge Delmar Street, or Nora Ames Street, or Miriam Francis Street, or Liz Ferris Street, or Marissa Sigmund Street, or Valeska Paris Street, or Jenna Miscavige Street, or
I
Colin
can't get it
Smith
to
Levin
open,
Street,
Peter. I don't know
or
what's going on.
Quentin Hubbard Street. Thank you for your time. I yield back my time.
I think we'll move next to Gigi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so how come if another entity were to continuously violate the conditions of the permit, you would tell them, okay, you can't get any more permits. But when Scientology does it, you're like, okay, well, we'll just look past that and here, have another 500 permits. Like, they probably violate these permits more than anyone else in the city, and you keep giving them permits. Why do you keep letting them break conditions that you guys have put in place? Why are you letting them disrespect you guys? That's so disrespectful to you guys. Like, why would you even let that happen? But seriously, like, anyone else that tried to get a permit after violating every single permit would not be allowed to get a permit. So treat them like every other entity. They aren't fucking special. I yield my time.
And we'll move next to Henri.
I want to thank the board for helping me fulfill that CPRA. I finished my misconduct profile on Keith Mosey from the Bureau of Street Services. I'm going to email you that, and I'm going to have you put that as part of the public record. I caught him, man. I got him dead to rights, okay? He's violated the First Amendment Establishment Clause so many times with this whole fiasco on the permits. He's got family members that are directly involved in Scientology. This guy has got to go. And at some point, you know, unfortunately, thanks to the 2 years of testimony from people regarding the violations of permits, that will make a very good narrative in court. And unfortunately, this board has failed to act on that. But I do want to give credit to where it's due. Thank you for fulfilling that CPRA. And it proves definitively Keith Mosey is at least implicated, as well as the rest of the BSS executive board, in doing this fiasco as a favor politically to a religious group, issuing permits, closing down a public street. And that's a problem. That's a major problem for the city. And with that, I'll yield my time to the rest of the general public.
Seconds. And we'll move next to Nora.
Go, Nora. Good job, Henri. Excellent job, Henri.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Henri.
Okay, wonderful. I just want to also touch on the permits that you're issuing to the Church of Scientology in regards to the shrine. What is happening inside the Shrine Auditorium, I can tell you from attending those events as both a paying member of Scientology and an indentured servant slave laborist known as the Sea Organization. What happens once they put those people in the auditorium is the exits are locked from the inside and guarded by fake Space Navy members until each Scientologist in there purchases something, and then they are allowed to leave. There is no organization on planet Earth that is allowed to block fire exits, to prevent their members from leaving a building freely, to prevent their quote-unquote volunteers from leaving the service of volunteering freely and voluntarily, except for Scientology. They are the only ones that can chase their members down literally on foot, by car, at the airport, by train.
60 seconds. And I do see an additional hand raised. President King, if you like, I can see it then.
Yes, please.
Georgina, you'd indicated earlier that you do not wish to offer. Would you like to offer public comment at this time?
Yes, thank you. I did change my mind.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got thinking about it with the Shriner Auditorium. What kind of Stasi state are we living in that a random organization that is holding an event can stop every public person walking down the street and force them to identify themselves? only allowing people that had the right address on their driver's license. Well, what if you just moved there? What if you were receiving a package? What if you were having people over that night? They don't have the right to choose who can and cannot use a public sidewalk. It's outrageous to me. We're not in Nazi Germany. This is the United States of America. We have freedom of movement and we have freedom of speech, and I plan to exercise both. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
And that concludes public comment this morning, President King.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close general public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public which to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period for up to 1 minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. We will begin with Auditor Lay.
Now on to the chairs. Good morning. Morning again. Okay. The minutes. I'm going to keep pounding on these minutes. And like, I understand the balance of like, you don't want to put too much, too little, but like, there's nothing. I would really, really love for two things, a lot of things to go into it, but the fact that I request a formal investigation, because it's pretty, if someone's coming and asking for a formal investigation, I think that should be noted. And also, like, when the fact that you just heard that, you know, that there's an organization that you're giving permits to, and that inside there, they do not allow the people to leave until they've bought something. I find that egregious. And I find it like, I know you deep down, I don't think any of you want to be a part of that. I think a lot of it is that you don't know what's really going on inside. You don't understand fully what this organization is about. And I think a lot of it also is that, you know, so it's hard to put in the minutes. It's like, what can you do about it? You might have a lot of pressure above you guys. And I understand that. I understand all the complexities of this, but I'm still going to keep encouraging you to please do more, to do better with the minutes. The next one is with the neighborhood councils. I'm still going to ask you to bring them in, because I have a feeling, well, I know, I guarantee you they didn't notify the neighborhood councils about the Shrine incident. And at that time, okay, there was a game at USC that night. So they knew it's on your permit that they knew there was going to be traffic issues and stuff because of the game. It's also the holidays and stuff. So there's a lot of traffic. And there's no need to close it. So I think that the neighborhood would have wanted to know, including USC, that this was coming. And that's why I want an investigation. Were they notified? Was the NC notified? And you guys should be bringing in the NC so they can understand these processes. Because if they didn't understand that they're, you know, like, they're probably wondering, why is this all shut down? And it's because Scientology wants to have a place where they can entrap their people until they pay for something. And so it was really 3 people showed up. Okay. It was really to keep Laura from trying to get a glimpse of her dad and being able, that's the whole reason that they paid $42,000. They're willing to do that to keep her from getting a glimpse of her father, or from anyone, you know, filming to see what's going on there. And you guys, as far as, because I get it, like, you're like, well, if they apply for, you know, we're supposed to be fair and neutral, but at this point, is it neutral anymore? It's not. It's favoritism at this point. And I think the neighborhood councils need to be advised. As far as the bids, it's going to be a continuous, gentle reminder that there is such a thing as labor trafficking, even in America. And I just want to make sure that anytime you're doing bids, that they are really being sure that none of that is happening with these agencies. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we have Laura FM.
Go, Laura.
Okay, hi, I'm going to speak on the minutes and also on the bids, but the main thing with the minutes, this has been 2.5 years now. Imagine being in my position. You can't, because you haven't been in my position, period. I've literally been a slave child my whole childhood, and then into my late, early 20s, all of that, my whole life. So coming here all the way from all the different places that I've been, you don't know where I travel from. You don't know how far I've come. I'm asking if you can, as a board, say, you know what, we're going to start We don't need Karen Bass's permission to allow people to be notified on the minutes that we have been coming in for 2.5 years saying, please stop giving Scientology permits. Never has that been reflected. Maybe once somebody said in a different neighborhood council, the bonk meeting, when they literally wrote, Laura FM came in wanting to be a part of the board and feels feared because Scientology is going to stop that. That's going to happen anywhere I go. So now that I have to start a lawsuit, with the city against the city, not Scientology. My separate lawsuit for Scientology is separate. This is going to be a lawsuit against the Public Works Department. I have to. The insanity that you can't even put on the minutes. These people came in. They are trying to get Scientology's L. Ron Hubbard name revoked back to North Berendo. How is that so hard? You give Robert Garvett, Charvet, whatever, the artist, Vargos, whatever, amazing artist, the whole city just gave him a day. Today is, Vargas, the artist day. Great. What about changing the con cult, fucking destructive, abusive raper, L. Ron Hubbard, child pedophile? Remove his name from that street. Tori already called in and told you guys, this is what happened in the courts. This is how we lied to everybody to get that street name. The only reason they have the street name L. Ron Hubbard is to look better, bigger, more empowered. They look like they own the city. They have a whole street. Do you see? This is insane. And then they spend $42,000 on a permit for closing the Shrine Auditorium when fucking half of the permit is not $800 to DOT. $33,000 goes to the LAPD representatives that were stopping me from just filming on a public sidewalk. You have Sea Org indentured slaves literally checking the IDs of students who are in the free world. These are indentured slaves who make $47 a week. It's not about the money. It's about abusive power of the fucking board. Do something about it.
3 minutes. Thank you.
You don't need Karen Bass's permission.
Thank you very much. We will transition to our virtual platform.
Thank you, President King. We'll start with Gigi. You indicated that you wish to offer commentary on the minutes and item 8.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So again, I'm going to point out that it's very disrespectful that you guys can't get the minute situation together. You can't include what is said during the public comment. I personally have been calling in since 2 Septembers ago. It's been a long ass time, and nothing that I said has been documented in the minutes for public comment. I obviously am not the only one. You have all these other people today that are speaking. Nothing they said has ever been in the minutes under public comment. All you put is public comment has been received. Well, what happens once it's received? And to be honest, how is it getting received? Through your ears? Because sometimes some people aren't paying attention. You guys do good most of the part, but you guys don't pay attention all the time. So if you had it in the minutes, maybe you guys could go back and actually see what was said during the public comments when you're not paying attention. Number 8, talking about sidewalks. When are you going to fix the sidewalk on Fountain between Catalina and L. Ron Hubbard Way? I know that there's been at least 10 times that you guys were told about that. Probably way more than that. But when is that ever going to get fixed? You know, like we said something about it the next day. They had their indentured servants out there like grinding away with it in a very unsafe manner, spraying water on electrical cords. I don't know what they were doing. But when is someone that knows what they're doing going to actually fix the sidewalk there? Thank you. I yield my time.
Excellent job, Gigi.
And we'll move next to Henri, followed by Nora.
Go,
Henri,
Henry.
you indicated that you wish to offer multiple agenda item commentary, and you have 3 minutes to do so. Please indicate which item you're speaking on.
Yes, I'll start with the meeting minutes, and I'll go through the some of the other items. So starting with the minutes, I've talked to the county clerk of LA, I've talked to the city clerk, and I've talked to several different city attorney deputies, and all of them have confirmed with no uncertain terms that it's not enough to enter on the record for the meeting minutes that commentary was taken. You're supposed to actually do the following. You're supposed to indicate the names of the individuals as they registered who spoke, as well as take a tally of who supported or denied each of the agenda items for the multiple agenda item portion. You're not doing that. That's a clear Brown Act violation. It's required by the Brown Act. Not only that, but these are your board, and the city council is the only one that does that. In fact, even the Civilian Sheriff's Oversight Commission does it. Even the Board of Supervisors does it. And they have a hell of a lot more public commenters than this board does by a huge margin. And so you're already in major violation of the Brown Act for years. And to top it all off, I actually heard just this week on Monday, January 12th, Judge Carter actually brought up, he knows what's going on in these meetings, and he specifically brought up the repeated Brown Act violations that have been going on by the boards and at the city, and that he's disgusted with it, and that's why he's starting to hold people individually in contempt. And so will you be part of that list of Carters? Time will tell, but it looks very likely. Moving on to the neighborhood council portion of this. When it comes to neighborhood council comments, you are supposed to notify them. That is a requirement, and especially so for special events permits before any permits are issued. That means that in that vetting process, you as a board member, as well as the Bureau of Street Services Executive Management, is accountable to vet, making sure that the particular neighborhood council for the area in which an event is located is notified during the solicitation process. And if they're not, which we know they're not, and there's a 45-day window you're supposed to submit, then the entire permit is null and void. That has been happening for years at this point. You know that's been happening for years at this point, and the board has the power and the legal requirement and mandate to bring it up when violations like this occur. Not only that, the renaming of the street is also a temporary revocable permit for the street name change. That means it can be brought up to be revoked. It is really just that simple. It is temporary, it is revocable, and it really is just that simple. Last but not least, you can't have any agenda items where the Bureau of Street Services is clearly implicated, violating the First Amendment Establishment Clause, having to do anything with
That's
especially.
That's 3 minutes. Thank you, Henry. We have Nora, and you've indicated that you wish to offer commentary on the minutes. So you'll have
Nora.
60 seconds to do.
Thank you. I just want to thank Henri for bringing up the Brown violations. It has been 2 years that we've been calling in to talk about the crimes of Scientology that are being authorized and co-signed by your entire board as you continue to issue them permits after permits after permits. There are slaves living in those blue buildings. There's slaves living on Hollywood Boulevard. They are paid $47 a week. The budget that they spent on the cops and the permit is 10 times what they paid those people in 1 week. And that's if they get paid. I tried to escape from there multiple times. I ran away. They hunted me down. They broke the door on my parents' house to take me back and not allow me to leave. That is what you're co-signing when you give them those permits for the events. They're recruiting more people, more children as slaves, and you keep doing it. You need to reflect all of these statements in your minutes so that you know on the minutes that you guys are co-signing slavery in Los Angeles as we speak.
Thank you. That's 60 seconds.
Excellent job, Nora.
President King, that concludes multiple agenda item commentary this morning. And for the record, there has been no neighborhood council commentary submitted.
Thank you. With that, we will close the
That was
multiple item
really
public
powerful,
comment portion
Nora.
of today's
Excellent
meeting
job.
and move forward with the approval of minutes for Friday, December 19th, 2025. Commissioners, any questions or comments? Seeing no other discussions,
All
is there a
right,
first and a
let
second?
me take it off.
Second.
First by President Pro Tem Grant, seconded by Commissioner Cardenas.
Thank you, President King. We'll take a roll call vote on approval of minutes. Starting with you, President King.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Mitchell and Commissioner Cardin. Aye. All ayes, and this item is approved unanimous.
Laura's outfit is yeah, she's always amazing. She's got flair for sure. She's got flair for days. She's amazing. Deaf ears only hear money, No Face says. Thank you for stopping in, No Face. Yeah, it's becoming more and more apparent. Yeah, Nora did a good job. Henri did a good job. Ganja did a good job. Ice did a good job. Audit always does a good job. It was really good. I felt I did good for impromptu, but that was something I meaning to bring back up again. And then since Audit and Laura both spoke on it, I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that again. And I already knew what I wanted to say. And I felt it needed to be emphasized and pointed out that that's illegal. You're not allowed to just randomly stop citizens and ask them to ID themselves. It's not legal. ICE isn't even allowed to do that. It's not legal for a private organization to do that. They've been on break so long. Yeah. But we did have them already this week, so. Thanks, Joe. I'm not feeling very strong today. I gotta tell you something, guys. I'm gonna cancel StreamYard. I just can't afford it. And honestly, I can't afford the emotional toll some of these calls do to me. Like, I'm going through a medicine change right now. My health isn't strong at all right now. And I'm really getting to a point where I need to prioritize what I'm doing with my health. And I haven't been. I've been prioritizing the videos and the call-ins because I was trying to get my channel to 500 because I was told if I got to 500, then I could get memberships and then I could monetize and hopefully at least get enough for the StreamYard. And I did not. And I can't keep this pace up on times when I'm not feeling well. And when I'm not feeling well like this, especially during a medicine change, which is a whole other story with insurance not covering the medicine. So now I'm going to have to wean back off the medicine. So I'm going to be really sick. Yeah, I do, Peter. I got to take care of myself. So when I'm like that and I do some of these calls, it's just too much for me. Today was okay. I probably shouldn't have done it. I should be just laying down, resting today. But yesterday was really hard on me. I had a total breakdown crying yesterday after the police commission. And I know that makes me sound really weak and a baby. And I'm not. I'm strong. But when my health isn't strong, yeah, I am weak. I am a baby. Poor Banning had to listen to me cry for a half hour last night. It's too much for me. I'm too empathetic, too sensitive, and hearing victim after victim call to the and speak up. There's only 4 calls. They did most of them speaking there in person. Stand up before the police and beg for them to just be decent people. It's really hard to listen to the trauma that they've endured, the stories that they tell, and to see person after person suffering the way Laura emotes her suffering. It's really, really takes a toll on me. And then at the end, they all stood up in front of the first row in protest to not be removed from the audience. And then the screen went black, and then you're left to wonder, well, what's going to happen with these people? Will their pain ever be heard? And yeah, I'm just too sensitive, guys. It's too much for me. And I'm already sick. If I was feeling better, I could get just feisty about it and get riled up. But when I'm sick like this, it's too much for me. Keith Porter's situation. Yeah, so many things were wrong. Yeah. And poor Renee Good and the Stasi state that ICE is trying to maintain in our country with orange shit show in office and the child SA scandals, and it takes a toll on me when I'm already not feeling well. Yeah, I just need to take care of myself. Thanks, Irish, for understanding. I need to take a break, give myself some time off to just focus on my healing journey and to focus on more positive hobbies like my swimming and my gardening and the old lady stuff. You know, I might not be that old age-wise, but with where my health is at, I need to maintain maybe a more old lady lifestyle. Oh, so important. Oh, you mean me? Thank you. That's sweet. So, what is Joe saying? Joe says we all need a break and you should take care of you first and foremost. Thank you, Joe, for understanding. I'm not giving up on this movement and I'm not going to completely bow out, but I am canceling StreamYard. I already paid for this week, so I'm going to finish out the week. I'm going to do Public Works Friday. Sorry for the sniffling. And I'm going to do emergency hug. Thank you, Nomi. So I'm fine though, guys. I'm just not well, but I'll be fine. So what was I saying? I'm still paid for this week already. So I'm going to do the Public Works column Friday. And I'm going to do the knitting stream Saturday, but then I might take a couple weeks off. I really need to get them. Sorry, I'm seizing. I'm having little minor seizures. I don't black out or not ground balls. Please don't worry about me. It's just I get a lot of muscle spasms and I get migraines. It wears on me. I get really worn out. So if you guys wonder why I'm home so much and have so much time to do all this shit, it's because I have a medical issue going on. And so I'm out on disability right now. And I really need to focus more on my healing and my recovery. So I'm going to take a couple weeks off after this week's knitting stream. I can't promise I won't. I can't say for sure I won't come back and do the knitting stream and maybe just let some of the other stuff go for a while. But I should just take a complete break from all of it. I miss you guys when I try to take a break. And I do feel powerfully about this movement. But, there's so much going on politically, too. It's really frightened me. And it's really not good for my health to be worried about such things that I have no control over. But you do worry about those things. It's a crazy state of affairs our country is in. It's frightening. It's like the beginning days before Hitler, or, the start of Hitler. It's insane. It's insane the amount of lies, propaganda, and corruption, and how dangerous that is, and how perilously close we are to being in a total fascist nation. It's only a matter of time that they send in their little Stasi group, ICE, into other political leaders that are speaking out. It's only a matter of time before they just weaponize them against the people that are speaking out. And it's frightening to me. It's frightening because I can see how easily it could get to that and how much is slipping away from our fingers. And I try not to talk about politics, but there's only so much you can ignore and bury your head in the sand from and not say something. And I'm appalled and disgusted, and so I'm using my platform today to call that out, because it's astounding to me. We're supposed to be a free nation. Anyway, I don't have a lot of details about it. I just have a lot of opinions and feelings about it. So please feel free to look into it yourself. It's a dangerous state of affairs our country is in, and it doesn't seem to be getting better anytime soon. It's slowly getting worse and worse and worse. I do have a little bit of what's the word? A little bit of encouragement from the fact that Jonathan Ross, not the English broadcaster, comedian, talk show host, not that Jonathan Ross, the man, the ICE agent who shot Renee Good, Jonathan Ross, don't forget his name, he's being called out. And his neighbors even called him out. Apparently, he said he went to the hospital for his injuries to be overlooked. Well, his neighbors called it out and said, no, he wasn't at the hospital. He was home packing up his stuff, trying to flee out of town with the rest of the ICE agents when they realized they weren't getting away with the shit as easily. So people are calling out the people that are involved. So these masked strangers that are acting like the Stasi, they're getting unmasked. That's Jonathan Ross in Minnesota. And apparently he started training back in 2013. And in 2014, they had initiated a protocol where they intentionally stand in front of a vehicle, so not just to block them. That's not the idea of it. The idea of it is stand in front of them so that when they try to proceed, you can legally shoot that person in the head, because you can say, oh, my life was in danger. His life was never in danger. It's a ploy they use. It's a training tactic that went into place in 2014. So look it up. I'm calling him out. And any of those other masked bandits that are trying to destroy our nation need to be called out too. And I'm getting way off topic, but this is the stuff that eats at me, you know? And I can't just... it comes from a real place of privilege to be able to bury your head in the sand and not talk about it and be like, oh, I don't get into politics. But I do have a platform, and I can at least say something. Because if you're not at least saying something, you're complicit. So, but I can't afford to get all wound up in the drama. I just physically and emotionally can't afford it. My health is too fragile. My mental health, I'm too sensitive, so it really affects me. Hey, Eyes. I said... Did you notice LAPD got paid $33,000 from Scientology? Jadis Fode with the Secret Society. Yes, I heard you talk about it too. It's crazy. It's how much more obvious can you be? I said feel better. Thank you, Eyes. This chat is not as full of hugs as I wanted it to be. Well, No Face, if you were here in person, I'd give you a great big hug. But yeah, my throat is not good today. Yeah, she did do a great job earlier. Thank you, Eyes. All right, sorry for the sniffling. My throat hurts. I'm exhausted. I'm way too emotional today. I should probably go. Oh, let me show you the hat first. I was showing it to Monica. Can you guys make out the frog even? Here, let me put it on big screen. Come on. So it's hard to make out. I don't know if you guys can even see it, but can you see the frog? It's subtle. It's not like super in your face frog. But yeah. There's 4 frogs around it. And I made it for someone who I wasn't going to say who it was, but I think everyone knows. And I already said it on another stream. It's for Minnie's Dart Frogs. And I put a message in her posts to ask her to email me. And I haven't heard from her. So I want to mail that out to Minnie. I'm afraid it might be too feminine for her, though. She's not a girly girl. And this is a little girly girl. A little. I don't know. I didn't mean it to come out so girly girl. It's supposed to be just a frog on a navy blue hat with rainbow yarn. And I thought rainbow, since she's in the, my brain's not working, LGBTQ plus community. So I thought a rainbow frog, but he looks less rainbow and more just fluffy, colorful, girly. So I don't know. There was trolls here? I didn't see any trolls. Well, not everyone's going to agree with you when you're saying something political. Irish said, oh my God, I went to the bathroom and trolls knew. Had to hammer the F out of him on my return. And audits. Yeah, audit draws in trolls. I don't usually draw in trolls. I have such a small audience and such a, I don't know, mom vibe about me that people are usually pretty gentle or bored with me, one of the two, so that they don't bother to troll me, generally speaking. Anyway, I am going to go now. Thank you guys for all the love and support. I really appreciate each and every one of you. No face. This is something I'm going to pause my leave to talk about. I've talked about you before about asking me to make you things. So that's part of the problem. I overextend myself because I do want to support everyone. I think of all of you lovingly. I want to make videos for everyone. I want to support everyone. I want to knit something for everyone. I can't keep up that pace. I've been pumping out video after video. Like, I feel bad that I've only done one video for Miriam in the last month. She should have 10. She's amazing, and I've only done one. So I've got this list of videos I want to do for people. I've got this huge list of knitting I want to do for people. But I'm doing so much and giving so much of myself towards others. I'm not focusing on the things I need for me, for my health. So I know, but no face. Every time you've requested that hat several times. I know it was a joke and not a request, but it reminds me, oh yeah, I never made that hat for No Face that he's been asking me to make. I've been working flat out. Irish says the amount of videos you've turned out is amazing, but you need time for yourself. Yeah, I really do. I need to be a little more selfish. I am a very giving person, but as you can see, I'll give to the point of detriment to myself. And I poured so much of myself into things that didn't come through last year that are still really weighing on me. And I just need to take a break. So you're going to see me less in chats. You're going to see me less online. I need to step away, but I'm not able to just pull myself away. I care about you guys too much, and I would miss you if I just pulled away. But I do need to take a break. I'm doing Public Works Friday, and I'm doing knitting Saturday, but that's only because I already paid for the StreamYard. So, yeah, I'm a crier. Sorry, don't take it seriously. I'm not that bad. I'm just that big of a baby. So, don't feel overly concerned for me, guys. It's just, I'm exhausted, and I tend to get weepy when I'm overly exhausted. I tend to get weepy. I tend to lose my voice. Like I said, poor Manny had to listen to me cry last night. I wasn't crying about him. I was crying about all this other stuff I'm talking about. I was crying about my exhaustion and how I'm overdoing it, and the problem with my prescription and the medicine change, and how much emotionally I take on when I do the police commission. I was crying about all that, so don't think he's any source of the crying and upset. He's not. He's been a wonderful support to me. And so, yeah, don't misinterpret that, please. All right, let's finish the next. I appreciate the thought more than the product. Give mine to the first homeless woman, any that you see. That would make me happy. Yeah, well, I still haven't made that. No face. I have a lot of projects. See, that's just it. All the projects I want to do are the ones I need to make for other people. I still have to finish Christmas gifts. I have all these ones I want to make in support of other people. I have all these videos I want to make in support of other people. I feel like I need to step it up for the call-ins. I've been pushing myself to do that. Then the political climate being such a shit show is wearing on me. And I want to, I still want to do an Yvonne video. Yvonne deserves that. I know Audit wanted to do it, so I offered to help Audit. But Audit's so busy. It's really, I should just start it and do it and have her participate. I just don't have the energy and I just don't have it in me right now. So that might not happen, or it might come later. But right now I just need a break. Thanks for listening to me whine, babes. I appreciate you all. All right, I am going to get off of here now. I want to go lay down. Thank you. Love you guys. Go out and do something fun today.